What is up? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell, and do we have a show for you today? It's like Ali and Foreman both coming back to the ring. Big Prince of Picks, what's up, bro?
What's up, brother? Shout out to the crew, man. Happy to be back on. It's been a minute, but found some time finally. So looking forward to getting into some picks. We got the NBA, of course, starting off tonight. So of course, you guys know I had to come up with a few plays here for you. So we'll get into that shortly. But yeah, happy to be back on, man.
Dude, happy to have you back on, dude. It's so good to see you. And the individual that you brought, I don't believe that we've met. I'm Alan. Nice to meet you. Moshe, what's up, man? Now, look. All right, so Moshe, number one, he's got a new addition to the family, works crushing it. He looks like Andrew Luck. My man is just absolutely out here smashing it. Moshe, what's up, bro? Good to see you. How are we?
Oh, we're good. I feel like the bags under my eyes have grown about an inch or two since the last time we talked, and probably goes for the beard as well. But we're doing good. I'm happy. My paternity leave from this is over. We are back. I am here. Looking forward to an amazing World Series. I still cannot believe how that series ended.
That Springer home run, bro.
Oh, just electric. Just unbelievable.
And they just brought dude in, too. And I mean, literally, as soon as he fired that fastball and it started rising up, I was like, uh-oh, it ain't moving.
Yeah, wow. I still cannot believe that the over did not hit yesterday. What's interesting in that game was the first game and the last game went under. Every other game went over. So I'm interested to see what happens versus the Dodgers when both teams can absolutely mash.
Yeah. Dude, we're going to talk about it, obviously, through the week and go and make sure you subscribe. Is that the right word to his Substack? Yeah, subscribe. Make sure you do that. Moshe, at some point, drop the link or, whatever into the chat. You know what to do. But make sure I read it every day. It's absolutely fantastic, man. It pops it in your email. Good to go. All right. Let's jump into it. Prince, I want you to go first, big dog. Because you're our leadoff guy. You always are. All right.
Gotcha. Yep. All right. Sounds good. All right. So, like I said, we got the NBA starting tonight. If you guys looking for soccer plays, I got those over on X and TikTok, so you guys can follow me over there, Prince of Picks 10. But we got to go with the NBA opening night here. So we got a 7:30 p.m. Eastern tip-off tonight where the Rockets are going to be heading over to Oklahoma City taking on the Thunder. I like Houston team total under on this one. Under 110.5 has hit in two of their last three at OKC. And you might be looking at Houston and say, well, they got Kevin Durant now, right? So they should be, their offense should pick up a little bit. Maybe not so much. Kevin Durant has been kind of struggling against OKC. In his last three, he scored less than 30 points, which is a little bit below his points per game average. So even Kevin Durant has found some difficulty scoring against the Thunder here. And when you look at Houston, they've lost a lot of their consistent production from last year, having lost Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, and of course Fred VanVleet to injury. So this is a team that's going to try to find a new identity here. OKC is a tough place to find that at. Championship ceremony night, lit crowd, environment's going to be off the chain there at OKC. The Thunder, you look at them on the defensive side, they have allowed just 106 points per game at home last season. So everything's in line here for the Rockets to struggle a little bit here. Typically what you see in the beginning of the season is you see offenses kind of have a difficult time to find their rhythm. It takes a little bit of time, maybe a week or two for them to kind of get in a rhythm, especially when you got new players that you're trying to integrate into their offensive system. So I like Houston team total under here, 110.5. We can get that at minus 120. Next up, we're going to go to the other game tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern tip, where the Golden State Warriors are going to be heading down to Hollywood, taking on the Lakers. This one was supposed to be Curry versus LeBron, but of course LeBron is hurt like he always is now. He's going to be hurt more than he plays this season, so just prepare yourself for that. That's what happens when you're pushing 40 and you're trying to stay in the league. But, props to him for trying to do it. But in any case here, I'm looking at a lot of points here from Curry and Doncic. When we look at Curry here, he has scored 37 plus in three of his last four against the Lakers. He's also averaged 32 points per game in his last 10 versus the Lakers. So he's been tearing them up. Luka on the other side, he has averaged 30 points per game in his career versus the Warriors. So you got two prolific scorers here, two guys here who really should be heavily featured and have a massive volume offensively here in this one. You look at the Lakers, they got nowhere else to go other than Luka. And the same can be said for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler is who he is. He's more of a playoff Jimmy, not so sure about regular season Jimmy. And so I think Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, NBA on NBC, right? You got the whole vibes with that. It's on Peacock, but same thing. The nostalgia, the showcase. I think both these guys are in prime position to go off here. We really just need both players to just hit their averages to hit this bet. And we're actually getting 58. Really, we just need 58 points, so we got a little variance there. But I like Curry and Doncic combined over 57.5 points. That one's at -110. And then finally here, I got an NBA futures bet. This one I came across and I really like this one a lot. I'm taking the Cavs to have more wins than the Thunder this season. You can get that at +235. For me, this is more of a fade on the Eastern Conference than anything else. When you look at the Eastern Conference, you look at a lot of the playoff teams from last year. A lot of those teams have changed, whether it be due to injury or roster reconstruction. Right, we could go down the list. Boston without Jason Tatum, the Pacers without Tyrese Halliburton, the Sixers, Joel Embiid, Paul George. Who knows what their statuses are going to be? You look at the Knicks without Tom Thibodeau, got a new head coach, Mike Brown, who is a serial underperformer in my opinion. So you don't know what you're going to get from the Knicks. So you got a lot of these teams that are used to being top echelon teams in the East that have just been weakened one way or another. And so I think Cleveland is in a position to really steamroll the Eastern Conference. I really don't see anybody even close to their caliber of talent. And you look at the West, I mean, it's a totally different. It's a totally different story here. I mean, the Western Conference is a gauntlet. Of course, the Thunder, projected to be one of the best teams, if not the best team, in the Western Conference. But you got teams like Denver, fully loaded, Minnesota, fully loaded. You got Dallas with Anthony Davis and Cooper Flag. You got you go down the list, and you got the Clippers. You got a lot of big names on their team. You got just going off the top of my head here, you got a bunch of teams in the Western Conference that the Western Conference is going to be a tough slate night in and night out. So I just think more so, I think the Cavs are just in a better position to rack up more wins during the regular season. I mean, the thing against the Cavs is more so in the playoffs, but we're not talking about the playoffs. We're just talking about regular season. So I like the Cavs here, get more wins than the OKC Thunder in the regular season at +235.
Beautiful work, my man. Take a breather. My man just fired out goal. Solid goal, big dog. Well done, man. Proud of you, buddy. Yeah, great job. Great job. And make sure, hey, where can we follow you again?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on X and TikTok at PrinceofPix10. And you guys also, I'll be posting a lot in the detailed Discord as well. So soccer page, NBA page, make sure you guys follow that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure to follow our guy. All right, Big Mosh. Now, you came back looking like Andrew Luck. All right, I respect it. It's nice. All right. You got, instead of a pick, you sent a manifesto. I'm just kidding. All right. So,
I mean, if you read my article last night, it's definitely a manifesto. I went a little bit ham. I wrote down all of my notes on everywhere that I look. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's, you know what? It's great information. It's going to prepare us for the week ahead.
It always does. I'm telling you, sign up, subscribe to his Discord for sure. I put the link there in the chat. Make sure to do it. It's fantastic. I like the song of the day, too. I'm a big fan of that. All right. Throw it over to you, Big Dog. What you got?
All right. Yeah, we got 3 early plays right now as I go to my $20 coffee. Thanks, Joe. First up,
hold on real quick. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. That comment was hilarious. It was absolutely good. We got another one. Jeff says, most looks like he's headed out to sea. All right. Apologies. I interrupted you. Please continue.
No, those were fantastic. Yeah. First up, we're just going to take the 2 heaviest, very, 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 very heavy favorites. We're going to parlay them under a touchdown each. Give me the Colts -6.5, parlay with the Chiefs -6.5 at -110. This is essentially betting. I'm not worried about the Colts against Tennessee. I think if they destroy the Chargers, they're going to destroy maybe the worst team, maybe this bottom 2
you're
teams.
You're thinking correctly. Yeah. Don't overthink it.
That's not the bet here. The bet here is if Jaden Daniel plays for Washington or not. I think he's not going to play. Even if he does play, I think that there's a lot of value here at -6.5. Anything under a touchdown. I mean, this Chiefs team looks vicious. Their defense is on point. Their offense is clicking on all cylinders right now. So give me that nice parlay there with the 2 heavy favorites. And next up, I also like the Bucks and the Patriots here. I think that the Browns are in a very big letdown spot, and I think the Bucks are going to come out swinging against a team that doesn't really care all that much. New Orleans is, I think they're 0-10 with their starting QB right now. I don't think that there's much hope. They're bottom 2 or bottom 3 in almost every defensive metric. I think that the Bucks roll there. So give me the Bucks and the Patriots parlay together in a money line parlay at -115. And last but not least, give me an under parlay here. These have actually paid out really well for me over this season. Browns, Patriots under 48, parlayed with the 49ers, Texans under 48. I don't see the Browns scoring that much, and the Browns defense is fantastic. So I don't think the Patriots are scoring that much. These are two run-first teams that are going to run the clock. And on the 49ers and Texans sides, I respect both of these defenses. Texans really took a hit last night in terms of their defense prowess, but it was there. They were making the stops. Their offense just couldn't carry them. If they get a little bit more production from their offense, I think their defense plays even better. Both of these defenses are in the top 10. Neither offense really scares me. Give me those two unders. Yep, we got 3 look-ahead plays.
Nice, man. Great work, buddy. And let me tell you, man, that under on that Browns-Patriots, good call. Absolutely good call, because I'll tell you a couple reasons. Everything that you laid out, obviously. Number 2, that Patriots win over the Titans, like not that they had to effort like crazy or anything like that, but it just wears on everybody all week. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows the annoyance and you know, the pressure that gets put on the players that Mike Vrabel didn't ask for. Just the situation placed it there on everybody. So I could see, I'm not saying a letdown, but I could see it as a little bit of an exhale of breath. The Browns do have a good defense. The last thing, Mike Vrabel is an Ohio guy, very much grew up a Browns guy. Now, not that has anything to do with anything, but an Ohio State Buckeye, like Mike Vrabel's an Ohio dude. You know what I mean? And he knows you go into these games with defense. So yeah,
defense, run first, control the ball. Yeah. Don't let whoever makes less mistakes. I didn't say that properly, but whoever makes the least mistakes in the game is usually going to win these type of slug amounts.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, not to bring Tennessee into it, but what you just said right there, Tennessee, meaning the college, the University of Tennessee, look up Nealon's maxims. All right, it's rules for the game, and what you just said, like the team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. It's maxims for winning football games, right? And what you just said is 1,000,000% correct. We talk about it on here all the time. Win the turnover battle, you know. Yeah. You do that, you're in a good spot. Go ahead.
And you'll see almost every single big upset, like the Eagles Giants 2 weeks ago, which is another play that I'm thinking about making here. You know, they had time at the end of the first half to score. The Eagles to score. There were multiple times in the game where sloppy play led to this downfall of their team. They are the better team, hands down, right? On paper and every metric known, they are a better team than the Giants. The Giants took advantage, and the Eagles played sloppy, which led to a huge upset. And you can basically point to almost every single big upset with sloppy play.
Yep, 100%. Look, and Z-Money, co-workers, a Pats fan, just told me this morning that they have struggled against the Browns over the years. It's something under the radar outside of Pats fans. Yeah, 100%, man. And, you know, a big part of that, Belichick came from Cleveland, right? Like, there are connections there. And Cleveland plays a style of ball similar to both what Belichick and Vrabel want to do. Run the football, play defense. You know what I mean? It totally makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. AB, put your pinky in your mouth when you say 1 million. There we go. That's a good call. All right. That's the new thing. That's like the new curse jar. Yeah. Good call. And people feel free to say those things. Sometimes I just need to hear them. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Fellas, great job. I'm going to drop you guys off to college football. So good to see y'all, man. Prince, where can we follow you again? And any final thoughts, man?
Yeah, real quick, let me go ahead and give you guys a bonus soccer play. Of course, I have to come up with some soccer play here. So, we got Erling Haaland to score. Now, this game's going on right now, so I'm not sure if he scored already. If he hasn't, parlay that with Harry Kane to score. You get plus money odds. Those 2 goal scorers are like almost damn near automatic goal scorers right now. So, go ahead and get that in if you haven't already, as long as Haaland hasn't scored yet. And then we got the MLS tomorrow night, MLS playoffs. I'll come up with some official plays tomorrow, but I'm leaning towards goals being scored in the Chicago Fire and Orlando game. And then the other one, Portland RSL, Salt Lake. I'm leaning the other way towards not a lot of goals. So just a little bit of a lean for you guys on that one, but I'll come up with something official and we'll talk about it tomorrow. But otherwise, you guys can follow me on TikTok and X at PrincePix10. And again, check the detailed Discord here in the NBA channel and the soccer channel as well. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, AB, and we'll talk soon.
I appreciate you, big dog. Mosh, throw it over to you. Any final thoughts?
No, Mal, that was quite the exit there, Prince of Picks. You took it out of my mouth. All the extra plays. I would love to be in that position, but we got nothing today. We got nothing. We're waiting for the weekend. Look me up, Stern Bets, one word, Google. You'll find me.
I'll tell you this. Yeah, we'll definitely find you and follow you. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was gonna say, all right, here is your bonus play. And Joe brought it up in the chat, and that's what made me think of it before it got out of the screen. Okay. Who wins the World Series? And we'll talk more about it. Like, we'll go game by game and all that. But just off the top of your head, who wins the World Series and in how many games?
I mean, honestly, if I thought that it would go anywhere under 6, the Dodgers -1.5 on the spread is where I would look. I personally think that is going to be an offensive slugfest back and forth. I think this goes 7 games. I just see neither team has good bullpens, and they've done really well. And I don't know how long it's going to last. And both teams are absolutely mashing. So I just think that it's going to go back and forth. If I had to go somewhere, obviously I'm going to take the Dodgers. They're a very heavy favorite. But I have some preseason tickets on them winning the World Series, so I'm just laying off.
I feel you. Prince?
Dodgers. I go with the Dodgers. I think they have a little bit more experience, right? They've been there before, right? The Blue Jays haven't. So it's the Blue Jays, right? It's Blue Jays, right? Yeah.
70%. Oh, sorry. 70% of the team on the Blue Jays right now weren't alive the last time the Dodgers made the World Series.
There you go. Sorry. There you go. So yeah, no, I'm on the Dodgers for sure. I think offensively they might have just a little bit too much for Toronto, but to Moshe's point, I think it's gonna be a hell of a series. There's a lot of runs, right? It should be a high scoring series. So
yeah, you're absolutely correct on the fact that this series is gonna be about who gets to whose bullpen every night.
And the Dodgers have the starting pitching edge. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have that against anyone, right? Like. Yep. But the point that you brought up, too, about both these teams can mash. And that's the one equalizer. I don't give a damn what you do. If daddy's mashing, good luck. It's going to be tough to score 9 runs a game. But it's going to be a hell of a series. All right, boys. Great job. Great job. Good to see you, Prince, Moshe.
Yep.
You boys are the best, man. All right, take care. See you, boys. All right, so let's jump into college football here. Justin said, what up, crew? We got Moshe back, Prince and AB. Glad I came in late for the show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's jump into college football. So week 9. It's crazy to think that we're already at week 9 of the season. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have taken a look at this week yet. It's not easy. This is a tough week. Now, there are some areas I think that we could find some stuff, but it is not easy. We're going to have to do some work here, okay? So feel free to keep dropping in any picks, any sport, anything you're talking about. All is good. But if you want to jump into college football with me, let's go. All right, here are the picks that we have. Ole Miss +5.5. And we'll go through all these games. Don't worry. I'm just going to go through the picks first, and then we'll break it down. Give me Ole Miss +5.5. All right. Give me South Florida, money line. Nebraska, money line. Give me Alabama, money line. SMU, money line. Texas A&M, LSU, over 47.5. Missouri and Vanderbilt, over 51.5. Big Tony said, where's AB going on the Vandy game? Game day's coming to Nashville. Tony, man, you nailed it. You're all over it. Yeah, I'm going with the over. I think both these teams are just going to score. Tennessee, team total over 31.5. Taking on Kentucky. That's right. We're coming back to Tennessee team total. We're also going to play Tennessee, Kentucky, first quarter, over 13.5 at -115. And we'll go through all these games, don't worry. But I just wanted to get the picks up here first so you can see it. And we'll put them back up. Joe, my boy, what's good, man? Said Ole Miss money line. Hey, I feel you. I was surprised that they were 5.5-point dogs. All right, so let's jump into it, man, and drop any of college football plays, whatever you're looking at, man. Drop in the chat. All right, so first, UCLA, Indiana. UCLA, look, 3-4, picking it up, coming along here. Indiana, second ranked in the country. 25.5. Joe, what it do, AB? What it do? 25.5. Again, these Indiana games from here on out, be careful. They're going to have massive spreads. And look, I am not that okay, let's have the understanding. Anybody can beat anybody. All right. We all get that. Now, do I think that UCLA is going to go on the road and beat Indiana? I do not. Can they? Of course. And they're playing better football. But do I think that they're going to lose by 30 points? I don't know. And again, it's not that Indiana can't do it. It's just that with Indiana and with any team that's, clearly this good and you're going to have big spreads, it's just going to be about the motivation in the second half of these games. So be careful. I don't have anything on it. Again, if you're watching this later in the week, we record this on Tuesday afternoons. So, we've got all week, to build up, for Saturdays. But, yeah, Z-Money, I love the way you're thinking, bro. Indiana first half spreads may be the only thing playable at this point on their side. Completely agree. And I hate it because Indiana's awesome. You know what I mean? But that's just what's going to happen is that the books are – everybody wants to bet it, and rightfully so. And it's going to inflate it. So, yeah, be careful with that one. Okay, Syracuse and Georgia Tech. Let me bring this full screen here. Georgia Tech, 7-0. 7th ranked in the country, 4-0 in the ACC. Syracuse, 3-4, 1-3 in the ACC. Georgia Tech, 17.5-point favorite. That's on purpose there. Got it on the other side of 17, and 53.5 is your total. Again, with Georgia Tech, they're really good. Justin said, AB, I say, would you bet on UCLA to lose by 26 points 10 times and have confidence that it hits 6 out of 10? Great call. I love the way you look at it. That's a great way to look at it. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, and if anybody else has betting philosophies, please drop those in. I would love to hear them. That's how we get better. Yeah. I like the way that you analyze that. Yeah. Okay. So Georgia Tech, again, 17 is a key number. Georgia Tech's going to do what Georgia Tech's going to do. Question is you're going to need to be up 21, 24 to feel comfortable about this. So do you feel comfortable that Georgia Tech's up 24, in the fourth quarter, or maybe 25? That's the bad part about that 17.5. So if you're going to play Georgia Tech, at least get it to 17 or 16.5. Now, I agree with Rick. Georgia Tech's going to do what Georgia Tech's going to do. Yeah. Oh, yep. That's a good look. Team total over. That's a really good look. Much better than that 17.5. I wish I could bet. Dude, Sites, my boy. Yeah, I know. Pavia props. I agree. Rick, or Georgia Tech, team total over in the first half. Yep. Another good look. Yeah. Jeff, when you see a play that looks like a lock and everybody else is on it, it's probably going to lose. Oh, God. So true. So true. All right. Ole Miss and Oklahoma. Okay. So, Ole Miss, 8th in the country. Oklahoma, 13th. Ole Miss coming off a brutal loss to Georgia. Oklahoma coming off a win. Solid win against South Carolina. Handled their business. Did what they needed to do. So Ole Miss now, the spread is 5.5. Total of 54.5. Yeah, Kevin, Ole Miss line on the move. I'm rolling Ole Miss plus 5.5. Look, I'm all in on Oklahoma. I have nothing against them. John Mateer is fantastic. I like the mindset of this team. Brent Venables is their coach. I think they're doing a great job. I just don't. I mean, they're gonna come out here and just do Ole Miss. Like, I don't know. Especially Ole Miss coming off a loss to Georgia. I actually kind of like them in that, right? Ole Miss isn't going to come out and lose 2 straight. Get blown out in 2 straight. Well, they didn't get blown out, but you know what I mean. I don't know. Public's been going Oklahoma. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take Ole Miss plus 5.5. I think Ole Miss wins this game outright. Maybe. But I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'm going Ole Miss 5.5. Absolutely. All right. Virginia and North Carolina. Virginia, 10.5 point favorite on the road. Total of 51.5. All right. That spread, 10 is a key number. Notice it's on the other side. You're going to see that a lot every week. All right. North Carolina is getting better. Well, North Carolina is not getting blown out every week. Virginia's pretty good. If anybody has a good read on this game, please let me know because I really don't. Other than Virginia is a much better team than North Carolina. Like, that's what I'm going off of. Speaking honestly. So, if anybody's got a good read, holler at us. Please drop in the chat. But, yeah, I definitely do not trust anything North Carolina whatsoever. I want nothing to do with betting anything of them. Any of it. But it's also dangerous on the other side. But Virginia's pretty good. Jeff, Virginia by 24. Yeah, I mean, Virginia's good. You know, if this were like a fluke, Virginia team, yeah, I'd be nervous. But I agree. I think Virginia's a good, solid, fundamental foundation football team, right? UVA is a viable dance partner. Moneyline parlay would say Alabama. Love the way you think. What did I go with Alabama? SMU. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Ooh, all right. South Florida at Memphis. Now, this is a game. South Florida, we've talked about him. Alex Golish, absolutely. Dude, giving everybody work. Everybody. We're on the over in this game. What do we have here? Yeah, 63. Or we don't have it. Yeah, we do. No, we don't have it listed. South Florida. I thought we did. Yeah. All right. We got South Florida on the money line. Sorry. I got confused. All right. Yeah. I don't mind the over, but 63.5 is a big number. That said, though, all South Florida does is score. Now, Memphis coming off of a massive loss to UAB. Oh, brutal game. I think Memphis is a good football team, and I think that they bounce back, which is why I don't hate the over. That said, though, give me South Florida. I love everything about this team. They're aggressive as hell. They want to put as many points on you as humanly possible. And what I love about Alex Golish is that he doesn't stop. They're a good team to bet. He just keeps going. It's just 60 minutes of we're scoring the football. I used to be Tennessee's offensive coordinator. I love Alex Kolish. He's not going to be in South Florida next year. I can tell you that. He's going to be there's not going to be a South, right? Like it's going to be a state. He's going to be in a big time program because this dude gets it. Yeah. You can't beat me if I just don't stop scoring on your ass, right? But Memphis is good. And I'm going to take South Florida on the money line. I'm not going to mess around with that spread of 4.5. I wouldn't hate the over because, again, Memphis can win this game. They can. Memphis with the points, I don't hate. The problem is that South Florida is so aggressive that if it's clicking, they can play with anybody in the country. And I'm not, well, maybe not Ohio State. I don't know if anybody can play with Ohio State, but yeah, they're the real deal, man. So we're going to take South Florida on the money line. But that's going to be a really fun game. If you want to see points, it's going to be a really fun game. Z-Money Gainesville, man, I could see it. Alex Golish would be a great fit at Florida. And, him, coming from Josh Heupel's system at UCF, he's got a lot of history in the state of Florida. He understands it, knows how to recruit it. That'd be a great pick in Gainesville, man. I'd hate to see it because my team's gonna have to face him every year, but no, I love Alex Golish. That's a good dude. That's a real good dude. I wish him the best of luck, man. All right, Millsy, Memphis at home off a putrid loss. Give me the Tigers the points. Yeah, like that. That's the danger, man. Is that Memphis is legit. It was a bad loss, and anybody that watched the end of that Memphis game against UAB, I mean, they're on the 1-inch line. And then just penaltied themselves into just oblivion. It was gross. AB put South Florida teaser. I like that look. Tony, Alabama, Carolina total seems low, 47.5. Yeah, it does. So again, we've got more time this week, but yeah, if you're on Memphis, I get it. If you're on South Florida, I get it. That's gonna be a fun game. It's not gonna read it like in the paper, as the headline game, but it'll be a lot of fun. All right, apologies. Okay, Alabama, South Carolina. So I just got a good look at Alabama, me being a Tennessee gentleman. And Alabama's exactly who we thought that they were. They're a good football team. Give credit to Kalen DeBoer. After that loss to Florida State, man, they're playing good. Bama's an 11.5-point favorite, total of 47.5. Again, we have Alabama on the money line with SMU. And look, South Carolina is who they are. They're all right. Their quarterback's excellent, but they can get into trouble if a team's just bringing that thunder on both sides, and that's what Alabama does. Their defense is good, and it gets better by the week. Their offense is good, and it gets more efficient by the week. They're really good. Now, there could be a little bit of a letdown for Alabama. And again, I'm not saying that Tennessee is their biggest rival. I'm not even saying that. But it is a big game. And it is a rivalry game that's been played every year since 1944, right? So what I'm getting at is that not that they can take their foot off the gas, but last week was a little bit of a bigger week in the momentum department than this one, is the kindest way that I could say it. So going on the road, yeah, could see a little bit of a regression, but again, not much. I'm betting on Alabama. They're absolutely fantastic, and they have given zero reason to stop betting them. I mean, they're just absolutely efficient on all sides of the ball. May 34. Yo, what up, gang? Man, what up? What is good? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. Saban said Tennessee was a bigger rival than Auburn. I'm telling you, like Alabama, Auburn, the Iron Bowl. I mean, that is what it is. But like Tennessee to Alabama, like it's a big one. It's a big week. So be careful with that with Alabama. And it could be maybe just a slow first start or slow first 2 drives or something. I don't think that's something that to worry about with Bama throughout the game. I'm just saying if you're a first quarter better, historically, that's just how they tend to play out when you go on the road the next week. All right. Missouri and Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt, top 10. Missouri, 15th in the country. Vanderbilt, 2.5-point favorite. Total of 52.5. I want the over in this game. Give me the over. Vanderbilt is just pure energy. Game day is going to be there. Game day is going to be in Nashville. Oh, man. Yeah, there's nothing that says to stop betting Vanderbilt. Nothing. They're exciting as hell. They don't ever quit. And they're fundamentally coached. That's an excellent coaching staff. Clark Lee and his staff, they're fantastic. Like Vanderbilt's not a flash in the pan. This is a good football team. Diego Pavia, their quarterback, is just an electric factory. But they're good. Missouri is solid too. And Missouri knows. This is one of those games where Missouri wants the smoke. Like they want to get in a shootout. Rick, Vandy is so good. They really are. They absolutely are, man. Clark Lee and his staff have done a fantastic job. That's a physical football team. And their quarterback, dude, just makes people believe. And what I love, you know who Vanderbilt is? Vanderbilt's a honey badger. That's who they are. They don't give a damn. I saw a video of a honey badger going after an elephant, and the elephant kicked him like 30 feet. He just got up and came back again. Like, that's Vanderbilt. Even when they have weeks, where they lose a game, they won't be down. They'll come right back at it. This team feeds off each other, and they've got a very good culture, very strong culture on campus there. Yeah, this will be a fun game, but I want the over for sure. All right, BYU and Iowa State. All right, BYU doing its thing. So for the last couple of weeks, we've had some interesting BYU games. And we kind of go back to the same thing of, all right, what do we do with BYU? Are they legit? Are they not? This is the week. They keep winning. Iowa State, 5-2, 2-2 in the Big 12. Iowa State, a 3.5-point favorite. Again, 3 is a key number. It's on the other side. Total of 48.5. Give me BYU. I mean, I'm kind of believing. Now, again, it's BYU plus 3.5. Because I'm definitely, like, if I'm going to play BYU, I'm taking it with, that added hook over the 3. But, yeah. Iowa State is Iowa State's a good milkshake. Like, I don't want a milkshake every day, but when it's on, and it's good. I don't know what to do with Iowa State. They surprise me every week. Maybe that's who they are. I don't know. But BYU keeps doing their thing. So BYU plus 3.5. We got more time. It's Tuesday. But as I sit right now, BYU plus 3.5 feels good. Let's see where the public takes it and runs with it. And they keep climbing that number for BYU, or if it goes the other way. All right, Illinois and Washington. Illinois 5-2. Washington 5-2. Washington 4.5-point favorite. Total of 53.5. This game screams under to me. I feel like Illinois needs to win this game. And I feel like Illinois wants to do it on the ground. I think they want to ground and pound, use their offensive line, maul up. Liddy. I could easily do a milkshake daily. Yeah, you're probably right. That's a good call. What's the best milkshake flavor, bro? This screams under to me. I don't know what to do with the spread, but it screams under. I think Illinois is going to try to play some keep away, and I think Washington might do that too. Yeah, it just screams under. It feels like a game that is going to – if I could bet props, I'm in the state of Tennessee, and we don't have college player props. But if I had them, I would bet field goals. This feels like a field goal game. Matty Boy said, chocolate with banana in the milkshake department. GOAT. That is GOAT. I completely agree, Matty Boy. Banana is the way to go. And then you add chocolate too. I mean, I could go strawberry. Solid. Any of it. Banana. Oh, yeah. Scott, AB, is there one under the radar game you like more than the big ones? Yeah, SMU on the road against Wake Forest. What do we have, SMU? Let me grab the picks real quick. Yeah, we got it with Alabama. I really like this SMU team. I think they're the real deal for who they are. Like, I'm not saying that SMU is going to go out and win a national championship. I'm not saying that. But I like them. And I think that you're getting a pretty I almost went with the spread. But just took the money line, paired it with Alabama. That said, though, yeah, if you ask me one, kind of an under the radar. And again, I'm not saying that SMU or Wake Forest are under the radar schools. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that a game that many people might not be, focused on. Yeah, SMU for sure, big bro. And we'll have more for sure. But yeah, if you ask me right now, SMU, definitely. All right, Oklahoma State, Texas State. Just take Texas Tech. Oklahoma State stinks. Now, Texas Tech's a 38.5-point favorite. Don't take that. But I think Texas Tech team totals have been the way to go. And I mean, I'm not playing that spread. I wouldn't play that spread with anything. I'm not saying it can't happen. It's just risky. Scott, no, I get it for sure. Take a look at Delaware State over this week. I'll see if it's out. Yeah. Oh, man, thank you. Yeah, absolutely, man. If anybody has any under-the-radar games that we haven't seen, please drop them in. That's where the money's at, 100%. Yeah, just take Texas Tech team totals. That's about the only way to play them. Baylor and Cincinnati. Baylor 4-3. Cincinnati 6-1. 4-0 in the Big 12. Roger, my milkshake brings all the girls to the yard in their life. Who was that? Khalees? I forgot about that song. Cincinnati's pretty damn good. 21st in the country. 4.5-point favorites. Total of 67.5. I like Cincinnati. Nothing against Baylor. Nothing great to Baylor. They are who they are. Cincinnati's solid. If you could get that 4.5 to, I don't know, even 3.5. Whatever you could do to chip away at that hook, do it. Even 4. If you could just get it from 4.5 to 4, do it. But yeah, not going to overthink that one. Cincinnati's solid. Texas, Mississippi State. It's an interesting game. Texas 5-2, 6.5-point favorites, total of 44.5. I like the over in this game. Yep. Tony. Texas, Mississippi State total seems low. I completely agree. Now, I understand Texas offense is not the high-flying show we thought it would be, but they're getting better. And I've seen Mississippi State front and center up close. They're not bad. And at home, that place gets to rocking. So don't come a knocking. No, Mississippi State is not bad. I'm telling you, they've got some juice there. They're 4-3. I see that they're 0-3 in the SEC. I get it. They're better than what that 0-3 looks like. And if you're not ready, they will beat you. Joel, I think the dogs bark this weekend. I think Mississippi State has a shot. They do. I'm telling you, a couple weeks ago, I went through it with Tennessee. Mississippi State probably should have beat Tennessee. Now, Texas is a better team than Tennessee, I think. Overall, well, I don't know. We'll see. But Texas defense is way better. Way better. It's a fascinating game. I'm with Joel. Mississippi State, like with the points, is not a bad look. That place will be rocking, man. Starkville will be going. I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell. That was so good. Joel, Manning's becoming a liability. I swear, right? It's wild. Like every highlight I see is him running. I mean, credit to the kid. He's trying to do whatever the hell he can in real time. It's tough. It's tough. But yeah, Joel ain't lying. Look out, Mississippi State. This team is they're not great. They've got problems, but they can run the football very freaking well. Very well. They'll gash you, I'm telling you. So keep an eye there. That seems like a low total. I also think this could have a little bit of a shootout. Mississippi State has the defense to where they could look good, but they could also give up gashes as well. There could be a little bit of a shootout in this game. Tony said Peyton and Eli said he's adopted. Yeah, I mean, Arch looks like Archie. Welcome to Archie Manning. He ran a lot. All right. Wisconsin and Oregon. All right. Oregon. Oregon's a 33.5-point favorite. Okay. Look, I want you to look at this. Oregon is a 33.5-point favorite and a total of 44.5. Wisconsin, 2-5 in the year, 0-4 in the Big Ten. They can't score. Yeah, Scott said it best. Wisconsin can't score. No. They didn't score a single point against Ohio State. Now again, it's Ohio State, but it ain't like this is an easy, like a real easy trip. You'll never see me on this show tell anybody to take a spread over 30 just by principle alone. But if you're wanting to play that spread, you might look at the total. I'm just going to leave it there. Your margin for error is significantly higher with that spread. But then again, you're going to need a lot of those points. Team total might be the way to go. Again, it's Tuesday. We've got time. But, yeah, with Oregon, you're just going to have to pick your battles. It's kind of like a kid. You know, some weeks you're going to be better than others, just based on motivation, honestly. Stanford, Miami. Stanford coming off a big win. Florida State, my gosh. Miami coming off a loss to Louisville. Now, number one, I bet Miami's coaching staff told the athletic department, hey, we play on Saturdays around here. No more Friday night conference games. Not smart. And I agree with that. I think Miami bounced back. I think they bounced back pretty strong. I'm not taking Miami minus 29.5, though. Look at that total, 45.5. So the books are saying what? Stanford scores 16 points, 15 points. I can't count. Jeff said Grandpa Archie was slippier than a grease pig. Yep. Great description, too. I love it. Yeah, he was. Archie's like Archie, man. His highlights going to be on the ground. Roger said Oregon will go over by themselves easily. Agreed. Like, if you're going to look at 33.5 as a spread, I would just look at the total. It may bring it down maybe if you need to, find some kind of teaser or something. I don't know, but I'd much rather need 44.5 than, cover 33.5 is huge. Jimmy Johnson called the AD and said, if you schedule another Friday night game, we are fired. Yeah, absolutely. Jimmy Johnson knows what he's talking about. Yeah, it just, ask Nebraska. Same thing. Like, no more Friday night conference games. We're not doing that. Texas A&M and LSU. LSU coming off a loss to Vanderbilt, 5-2 on the year, 2-2 in the SEC. Texas A&M, third-ranked team in the country, 7-0, 4-0 in the SEC. If you need a breakdown, like if you haven't watched a lot of A&M, they're a good football team. Their defense is starting to give up a lot of points as of late. Now, they're playing good football teams. We're playing the over 47.5 here. Yeah. Number one, Texas A&M can score. Number two, their defense is giving up points right now. Number three, Brian Kelly is now officially on the hot seat. No joke. Like, it's absolutely real. People at LSU do not play in any sport. If they are tired of you, you are gone. They don't care about the money. They want to win. That's it. I respect it. So, Kelly, people ain't with you right now. That's why I like the over. Now, don't be wrong. LSU's got a great defense, but they're going to have to score. They're going to have to score. And one thing with Brian Kelly is that when he needs to do something, he usually does. I'm not playing the spread, but I am going to bet that they score points. Scott, Brian Kelly has lost one game at home under the lights at LSU. Exactly. When he needs to win, he does. Now, I'm not saying he's going to win. They're underdogs at home. That don't happen a lot. Don't see that. Underdogs in Baton Rouge. But A&M ain't no joke. But I want to play points. I know what we're going to get from A&M. They're going to score, and they're going to give them up. LSU's got to score. They have to be focused on it. It's the only way out. Only way out. So I want to play the over 47.5 in that game. All right, Boston College and Louisville. Boston College 1-6. Bill O'Brien. I like Bill O'Brien. Let me say, and I say this truthfully, but in fun because, doesn't bother me. But, Bill O'Brien, I've been around, sidelines, NFL games, work sidelines for a while, and been around the coaches, live in game. Bill O'Brien can curse with anybody. Oh, he's funny, man. Louisville's a good football team. 5-1, 2-1 the ACC. Now, I have to believe in this. Yeah, Scott. AB, I live in Boston. That program is a dumpster fire right now. Is beyond awful. It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. I'm surprised it's gotten this bad too. And that's why Louisville's a 25.5-point favorite. I don't know about that, especially off of a big win against Miami. I don't know about the total either, but I know Louisville obviously is the play. With this, it's what do we get? Okay, betting this game, our mentality here is we're going to buy a car. All of us are going to the dealership and we're getting a car. We know that. We know what style of car. We know the car that we want. But it is strictly based on price. We have a number, and we're going to go tell the salesman. I know what it says on that sticker. I'm telling you a number. We have it in cash. You can accept that right now, right? Like, I ain't playing 25.5 with Louisville. Not a chance on planet Earth. But they are going to put up a bunch of points. So what I'm saying is that I want to get that number down. Or I want to parlay that. I don't know yet. Because that's a big number to work with. But I do know that I want Louisville. I just don't. Our price is the number. 20.5. 18.5, right? Like, we just got to figure out the number and how we're going to play it. And again, we're recording on Tuesday, so we have time. But yeah, well, and let me say this. Scott says Louisville will cover that spread. They absolutely can. And you know more about BC than me, bro. So I'm following your lead here. Yeah, if you say cover it, hey, I'm in. I'm in for sure. Yeah, Scott, see the games on this page. I will 6-point tease all 3 of these games. Ooh, I like it. Now we're talking. That's a good way to start looking at it. All right, Michigan State. Michigan come off a good win, 5-2. Michigan State 3-4, 0-4 in the Big Ten. It's a big rivalry game. Big rivalry game. I don't care what the records say. Michigan State's big rivalry game. This screams under, right? Michigan a 14.5-point favorite. I don't mind that. Again, I'm not coming at Michigan State with any disrespect at all. I think that they're a much better team than what that 0-4 Big Ten says, right? That's why I don't want Michigan 14.5. I want Michigan. I don't know. 2 touchdowns plus rivalry game. It just screams under to me. But 47.5 is a low number. That said, though, definitely feels like a time of possession game. At night, going to be cold. Well, not cold, but you know what I mean. I just feel under here. If anybody has a better look, holler at me. I mean, I like Michigan, and I think I like the under. You can maybe tease that number up. Yeah. So, again, it's Tuesday. We've got plenty of time, but Michigan, under is how it looked there. Tennessee and Kentucky. 17th ranked Tennessee, 5-2, 2-2 in the SEC. Kentucky, 2-4, 0-4 in the SEC. Tennessee, a 9.5-point favorite. Total of 54.5. Jeff, my man, says Kentucky always plays Tennessee tough. Absolutely. The Beer Barrel. They've been playing this rivalry for a long time. Tennessee. I'm in Nashville right now. I'm 30 minutes away from the state line of Kentucky. These states know each other. These people know each other. These people married each other. There's a lot of Vols, Wildcats, split households. A ton of them. So we've got Tennessee and Kentucky. We've got the first quarter over 13.5. That's both teams. Tennessee coming off of a loss to Alabama. they're absolutely going to get back to business. Now, Jeff is correct. Kentucky does play Tennessee tough historically. Damn sure do. But Randall Cobb ain't walking through that door. Here's the interesting part about Kentucky. Their head coach, Mark Stoops, we talk about it every week. Look, this is a guy who's not going to be the head coach next year. He knows it. The school knows it. The team knows it. It's almost like a George Costanza situation. As long as there's no like embarrassing losses or, some kind of off the field scandal, he's going to get the full year. And that's absolutely dangerous to deal with. Matty Boy says, AB, first quarter total is 10.5 on FanDuel right now. There we go. Great look. Great look. Thank you. Roger, I can hear them now. My grandpa's still was bigger than your grandpa's. Absolutely, yes. We definitely talk with moonshine stills. Oh, yeah. Grandpappy told his pappy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Roger, definitely. I know this game. I've been around this game my whole life. In football, in basketball, in baseball, in soccer, all of it. I understand this rivalry, and it's hated. The Big Blue Mist. Oh, Kroger Field. Lexington, Kentucky's beautiful. University of Kentucky's beautiful. Lexington's nice, real nice. If you go up there, you'll have a great time. I love Louisville as well. Big respect to Louisville. Lexington's fun too. Bowling Green's fun. Yeah, so Tennessee coming up that loss to Alabama. Okay, everything's fine. Let me say, sometimes you look at like a rivalry game and a loss, and Tennessee's in a good middle spot. Don't expect any big changes. Alabama's a better team. Tennessee beat themselves. They made mistakes for sure. But the reason that I'm saying this is that if there's an alarm going off about Tennessee and that things could be going wrong, I'll let you know. But they're just fine. Locker room's good, all that. So I think that you're going to get a very motivated Tennessee. I think they're going to look exactly who you think that they've been. They just played a better team. And the good thing with Josh Heupel is that he's a reasonable dude. And he's not out there, he's coaching them up, I assure you, but he's not out there, demanding, living in that world that you can sometimes in sports where, we all got to be sad. It's like, no, dude, you got your ass whooped. It's all right. We beat them last year. They beat us this year. So again, I say all that to say, if you've been betting Tennessee in first quarters and stuff, feel free. Now, the reason we're playing the first quarter over is that Kentucky can score too. And what I was getting at with Kentucky is it's George Costanza's situation, 100%. Mark Stoops knows he's gone at the end of the year. Everybody does. But it's not a sad thing because everybody knows it. So they're out here just having fun. And they're extremely risky. Did you see this game against Texas? They had Texas beat. They just got to beat themselves. They went for it on fourth down, right? Kentucky's dangerous because they don't have to worry about the risks that everyone else does. They don't care about going for it on fourth down. Right? They'll do it to you all game because they all understand the situation and they're not that good. So it actually helps them to be non-conventional. And for anybody that's a ranked team, quote unquote, looking to just compartmentalize and organize and control, Kentucky's they're a wildcat. They're a wildcat right now. So there's risk in playing them. But I do think that Tennessee handles their business there. But we're gonna play it with the points there. So what did we have? Let me pull it back up here real quick. We'll go through the picks. We got Tennessee team total over 31.5, and we got Tennessee, Kentucky first quarter over 13.5. I'll just go through the others. Ole Miss plus 5.5, South Florida money line, Nebraska money line, Alabama money line, SMU money line, Texas A&M LSU over 47.5, Missouri and Vanderbilt over 51.5. All right, get back to the games. Yeah, so that's Tennessee, Kentucky. All right, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's college football. Again, I'll do it one more time. Ole Miss 5.5, South Florida, Nebraska, Alabama, SMU, Texas A&M, LSU over 47.5, Missouri, Vanderbilt over 51.5. Tennessee team total over 31.5, and Tennessee, Kentucky first quarter over 13.5. Big Brian, I like the USF Nebraska parlay. Me too. I think Nebraska bounces back strong. I think Matt Rule gets everybody ready to go and focused. And I think the South Florida, man, it's going to be a heck of a game against Memphis. But yeah, take them on the money line. Go get it. Boom. Big Tony, Hard Rock 10.5 first quarter. Just played it. There we go. There we go, big dog. Okay. All right. That is it. We'll get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. We'll be live 8 p.m. Eastern for the Crew exclusive tonight. That's on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Sorry, I lost train of thought there. All right. We'll be live tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern for the Crew exclusive. If you want to be a part of that, you see it in the show description. Join the Crew, $5 a month. I'll make you the $5 back. Don't worry about that. Come get in. We have a lot of fun. All right, everybody. Great afternoon. We'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Until then, best of luck. Cash these tickets. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? No!